There are 20 suburi, and if you're going to do the jo, it's good to start with the suburi. We're not going to do all 20 today. We're going to just pick a select few, do a few things. But it is best to go suburi, then kata, then kumi. Okay? Those are things you can train on your own. And just like we talked about yesterday, if you don't know the suburi well, if you're practicing with someone, it's kind of worthless because you're not going to be able to be effective. You have to learn the suburi. And then you do the kata, and then you learn the kumi because then you understand why you're doing the kata, where you're striking and thrusting and whatnot. So we'll do a few of these. First one is called chokutsugi, and Saito Sensei would always have you repeat it after him so you'd remember it. Hai, chokutsugi. Chokutsugi. Hai. Just look around, copy a little bit. Chokutsugi. Hai. Everybody faces, so I'm just going to turn so you see different angles. Chokutsugi. Chokutsugi. Hai. So you're lining up with Hammi. 1, 2. And then eventually it's just one motion. Okay, you don't want to do 1, 2, 3. You want to minimize the steps, and then eventually it's all one motion. Okay? And your feet are in Hammi, but they can't be in perfect Hammi, because if I was, when I thrust, I'm like this. Okay? So you line your shoulders, and your front foot turns in a little bit. But you keep it as much straight ahead as possible. But don't do that. That's called ha in Japanese katakana. And Saito Sensei would say, hanoji janayo, dame. Not ha, but hammi as much as you can. But the front foot, you'd say jakkan kochi. Means a little bit, it comes in a little bit. Okay, chokutsugi. 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 Okay. Then after that is kaitsugi, but we're not going to do it. We go here. Okay. Then you have the shotsugi. Then the one we're going to do is ski gerangai. Ski gerangai. So now some people call this jo kamai, ski kamai. Sensei would never say that. He would just say, come on. Come on. Okay. But thrust here. Ski-gerangai. 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 Okay, and here you want to be in Hammi, obviously. Continue. Ski-gerangai. And this is here, you're pushing. Hide the jo here, then you're okay, ski-gerangai. 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 Okay, good. Ski jorangai shiguchi. Ski jorangai shiguchi. Thrust. Above your hand, if no one's in front of you, it's okay to bring your hands together like that. So it is, you want to do like that. And then just hold. Okay. Ski jorangai shiguchi. Ski jorangai shiguchi. Ski jorangai shiguchi. Ski jorangai shiguchi. And like I talked about yesterday, in suburi, when you're by yourself, straight is good. I'm thrusting straight, I'm retreating straight, and then I'm striking straight. And then it's just like the ken. Above your head, this hand getting high. Your backbone is telling you that you're going to strike straight. And then you come down, out from your navel, parallel to the ground or horizontal to the ground. That's the ken then, okay? But in a real situation, you might be back here a little bit at an angle. And you might be coming in more of an angle. Depends on the situation. But straight is good, because you can always adjust, okay? Hi, ski, go on, guys. Ski, go on, guys. Hey, up. Ski, go on, guys. Ski, go on, guys. Hey, up. Ski, go on, guys. Ski, go on, guys. Hey, up. Very good. And then after that, you have quite a few. You got, those are the first 5, okay? You only did like 3. Then you got the Shoman Uchikomi. Then you got the Renzo Uchikomi where you strike up. Then Main Uchigeran guys, so you step back and then you come down and you do Geran on this side. Then Main Uchi Yoshirotsuki. Then Gyaku Yokomen. It's good to learn the words because they mean something. Okay, Gyaku, Gyaku. So if we're Kamai here, just, yeah, that's fine, you can move whatever you want. But, okay, a yokomen would be like this, you just, that's yokomen. But a gyaku yokomen, gyaku means opposite, okay? Just like we are in gyaku hami right now. I have my right foot forward, she has her left foot forward. Okay, if she switched with her right foot forward, this is I hami, same, okay? So you can stand it there, okay? Then a gyaku yokomen would be, I have to go to the opposite side and do yokomen. Okay, Gyaku Yokomen, Ushiro ski. Ushiro means behind, ski is in front. So, if you learn the words a little bit, they mean something. It's important. Okay? So, you got Gyaku Yokomen, Ushiro ski. Then we have the katate section of 3. And katate means one hand. You know, katate, kokyu nage or kokyu ho, katate dori. Okay? So, katate, one hand. So, katate giran guys. And then, katate tomauchi. Tomauchi means far away. Toku. And then uchi, striking. And then katate hachinoji guys. Hachi, this is the motion, hachi in Japanese is 8. So, katate hachinoji guys. You're drawing an 8, and then your kais, okay? Then you got hasso guys uchi. So we're gonna do that one together. The next one, hasso guys uchi. Okay. Here. Hey, up. Hey. Okay. Hasso guys uchi. Hey. Hasso guys. Uchi. This too. So if Beth's thrusting at me slowly, I want to have this angle. And then I'm going to strike. Okay? So make sure, slowly again, I don't do this. Because it's meaningless. Okay? You have to have a little bit of an angle here. Okay? Or you might go behind. Or the barrage, all those things. Okay? But this is at an angle. And as I was talking about yesterday with your feet, there may be times where you go here. There may be times where you go here. There may be times where you go here. Depends on the situation, right? But for Kihon and Hasso, we did that a lot. For the Hachinoji guys, we go here, and then this foot would come up to that foot, and then you'd go back. So you almost start and stop in the same spot. But the Hassos, Saito Sensei would, from here, you just take a step back. and then you take a step forward again. So it's basically you're starting and stopping in the same spot often, quite often. Just like the third suburi of the Ken, we go back, then we come down, then we strike. If we go forward like in the Kimusubi, then we continue to move, right? Go forward and you move in the third suburi. But a lot of things you do it to be able to do it in one spot and to check your form. Even the 31 kata of the Jo, you shouldn't be able to start and stop in the same spot. And at about 12, you can check yourself. Okay, I started here, and then you keep going. And that's why you do the things you do. That's why, when you do the here, and then you step back. But in the actual kumi, you're going forward and stuff. It's so that when you finish, here, it's actually here, that when you finish, you're in the same spot you started. That's why those things exist. And you need to understand there is a distinction sometimes. If you have someone in front of you, or if you're just doing the kata or the jo, they are different sometimes. Now, I think more advanced students understand that, but if you're a beginner, it can be very confusing because you're like, I'm supposed to go here, but now I'm do that. Just understand there is a distinction. But the reason why that exists is that so in the kata you can start and stop in the same spot all the time. But if you have someone in front of you, you can't do that. Just like I said, you have to get off the line, all this. Okay? So then we've got the Hasogai Suguchi. And then we have Hasogai Ski. We're not going to do that one. Then Hasogai Ushiro Tsuki. And Hasogai Ushiro Uchi. And then Hasogai Ushiro Barai. Karao means there. That's to get people out of the way. You can keep it going. Alright? Then we go to the next one that we're going to do together. Hidari Nagarigai Shiguchi. So again, think of the language. Come back. You're going to flow. Nagare to the left. Hidari Nagarigai. Turn it around. And then Uchi. Strike. Right? Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Right? Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Good. And then this one too, obviously, you're stepping back, you're striking, in showman, and then you're letting go with this hand, and then you're blocking. Now when you want to do it a little quicker, you don't take your hand up from here. But to start with, it's good to here. Right, Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Right. Hidari Nagarigai Uchi. Okay, good. Then we've got Migi Nagarigai Tsuki. So we start with a Gyaku Yokomen, and then we're going to nagare, flow to the right, migi, nagare guys, and then ski is the thrust. So that's it. Migi, nagare, ski. Migi, nagare, ski. Hot. Migi, nagare guys, ski. Migi, nagare, ski. Hey. Migi, nagarigai tsuki. That's something. The footwork, some people are struggling with. So here, pivot on your front foot now, left foot. Pivot, 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 pivot. Right. Just copy me. So, Miggy. Right, Miggy nagare. Miggy nagare ski. Then, so that's the 20 subari. We only went through about whatever, 4 or 5. But with that 20 subari, we can do some practices together, okay? And subari should never get old because you can combine them, you can switch them, you can do all that stuff, and I'll show you a little bit of that right now. So first of all, we will combine 19 and 20. Make sure you spread out and be careful right next to you so you don't ding something. Okay? So, we're going to go from the Hidari Nagare Gai to the Migi Nagare Gai Ski. So you start and stop in the same spot, facing the same way. Okay, so all you did was combine 19 and 20. Okay, height goes off. Here. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Or thrusting at me. It's here. That's that. And then bam! Okay. The kata I was talking to you about that Saito Sensei did was just like the Roku no Jo, which the Roku no Jo, but it had a hasso in it. And the Roku no Jo is something that Sensei would do, that he said that the founder of Aikido would teach this to beginners, to get used to the Jo, because it has turning the Jo over, blocking, thrusting, striking. It's a good way to get used to the Jo, okay? So just ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku. And now you can start to feel and see where we could put all our other stuff in. Okay? But there's one time in Iwama that he went ichi, it was an 8-jo, ni, san, shi, go, roku, ichi, hachi. And the reason why I think it's kind of cool is because I don't think I saw him do it twice, you know what I mean, in 9 years. So it's just kind of cool to think that's something that Saito Sensei showed. Saito Sensei didn't show what I just showed you. He would show the 1920, and then, not that he couldn't show it, he just, you know, I think, I've said this before, that Aikido could be so overwhelming that I think that Sensei finally said, all right, let's just, this is the base curriculum. You know, the Ken Subari of 7, the Jo Subari of 20, the 31 kata, the 13 kata, the Kumitachi, the Kumijo, and the Kentai Jo. Okay? And the Kentai Jo is an Oyo Waza, you know, having the Ken, the Cho, the throwing, the pinning, kind of the all Aikido in one package there. The 10 Kumijo were Sensei's innovations from the founder, probably doing individual Subari practice and whatnot, put them together. But when I went up north to teach at a dojo, because my first teacher got very, very sick, when Saito Sensei sent me there, he said, you teach the 7 Subari, the 20 Subari of the Jo, the Kumitachi, and the 31 kata. That's it. Don't do Kumijo, don't do Kentai Jo, especially don't do the things I was just doing right now, because it just, you know. But he wanted me to do the Ken Subari, the Jo Subari, because if you do that, is what you can create right here. If I look around and you're not all going at the same time, it all looks like you all are doing just your own little kata, and you really were. And again, that was just some of the combinations, but I think we've done enough that you can feel it, and I'm sure some of you are thinking, my gosh, when I get here, I can go back to here, or I can do this, or I can do that. It's pretty awesome. And I mean, you can even do things where you go 20, 19, 18, 19, 20, back up, okay? And then we're going to do that one together, okay? And then the 20, and we go to the 19, and we go to the 18, and then you do the grind, you come this way, and then you go back to the 19, and then you go to the 20. I mean, there's just so much you can do with it. 20, 19, 18, 19, 20, okay? And then I was with Shibata Sensei one time, and I told him to give me 3 numbers, 1 to 20, and he went, I don't know, 20, 2, 5, or whatever. And I just went, boom, 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 boom. He's like, good. He liked it. And then when Don, where's Don? And then that time we were there too in 05. Remember I said, with the Kumi Joe, he was talking about the Joe, I said, name 3 numbers. 1, 7, 10. And then Travis and I went out there and boom, 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 boom. And then he said, then he got inspired, and then him and I went out there. We started switching, and we'd switch who's the attacker, who's not. But my point being is that the Aikido can never get boring. You gotta be creative, like Doug Sensei said. But be creative within the base, okay? Have your base, have your 20 subri, have your 7 subri, your kumitachi, 31 kata, and then from there, you can be innovative and whatnot. But don't forget the base. Don't forget the base. My own students, I've never showed you some of the things I did today or whatnot. Because I don't want you out there doing all this stuff and not having a handle on the suburi first. I don't care if other people go to dojos and start doing all this other junk, but I'm just kidding. But the importance is that you stay to the 20 suburi. That's really important with the jo, okay? And then you can create your own Takimusaiki, the birth of infinite techniques. So anyway, when you go back home, have fun with these kinds of things and all, but don't forget to do the basics too, the basics. But also understand for beginners that there's a lot you can do with a little, you know what I mean? If you just learn 20 movements, just like Vern Sensei was talking about last night, the Jo, it's a physical thing too. You could just do the Jo for the rest of your life, okay? Learn the 20 suburi, and then create whatever you want to create, okay? So everybody stand up. We'll do the 8 one. Okay, like each. Sun. Hustle. And strike. Go. Okay? We've done all of that within what we were doing today. Right? Right? H, Sun, Shi, Go, Roku, Shichi, Hachi. Right? H, Sun, Shi, Go, Roku, Hachi. I'm not thinking, sorry. H, Sun, Shi, Go, Roku, Shichi, Sun, Shi, Go, Hi, do it at your own pace.
元気があれば何でもできる。元気があれば発信もできます。実況アナウンサー、鍵野泰彦です。よろしくお願いいたします。